In May 2019, the South African Department of Health made history by legalizing the wholesale distribution of cannabidiol or CBD products, which is one of the main chemical compounds in marijuana. Now here's where things get really interesting. For a long time, CBD, which can now be found in anything from tablets to sweets and vape juice, was seen by the general public as an ingredient that would make you high. But it is actually another very similar psychoactive chemical called tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC, that has the biggest effect on the human body. So what are the main differences between the two? What are the potential health risks or benefits? And what does the law say about the amounts of CBD and THC allowed in these readily available products? Stay tuned to find out. The man with all the answers. Welcome back, Tshepo Komape.
Thank you, Adè.
Tshepo, let's start off by explaining to our viewers what is the difference between CBD and THC?
The difference between CBD and THC, much as they come from the same plant, CBD is the one that is most likely going to be used for medicinal purposes, whereas THC is the one that is responsible for the high that people get out of the product cannabis sativa.
And are there any risks associated to these?
For every medicinal product, there is always attached a risk. That is why you find that we always look at what will be the right and appropriate dosage, which will do good rather than causing harm. So when we talk about CBD, they are given recommended dosages which are safe and therapeutically may be helpful.
So how can a consumer distinguish between what is a good and what is a bad CBD product? What should they be looking out for on the packaging?
The most important of all, it is the dosage.
Okay.
It needs to meet legal requirements, and it needs to show that it contains very less of the tetrahydrocannabinol, which is the THC, which is the molecule that is actually responsible for most of the psychoactive effects of this particular product.
Are there any risks associated to it being higher than the allowed amount?
There is risk attached to any amount that is beyond the 0.001, because then you are attracting those effects that we were trying to avoid. The same effects that caused the CBD to carry a stigma for not being so good product because of this particular psychoactive THC. So if it exceeds that 0.001, you might have the effects that are unwanted, like getting a little high or getting a little excited. So we try to minimize that because this is not recreational, it's medicinal.
If I understand correctly, we want THC to be low, we want CBD to be within our 20 milligram daily allowance, and that makes for a safe product that could benefit us.
Absolutely.
Tshepo, when it comes to the legal things around CBD, is there an age restriction on who can buy this? What are the guidelines around this?
The product that is Scheduled 0, which is in this case is the CBD products that are compliant with the SABRA regulations, they are available off the shelf. But obviously, as a parent, you would want to rather consult with your pharmacist or consult with your medical practitioner to ensure if you actually are interested in using it for a child. There are products of CBD that are indicated for children.
I think it's so important for parents to consult a medical practitioner or pharmacist before giving their child anything.
Always.
Tshepo, thank you for simplifying a very complex issue.
It's always a pleasure.
Despite the differing schools of thought, it's estimated that the CBD product market will be worth around $10 billion by 2024, and it's certainly growing in popularity locally as well. A reminder that knowledge is power. Make sure you're aware of potential effects of any medical product and to consult with a trusted medical advisor before altering existing treatment plans or health regimes.